Are you thinking about moving to Texas and don't know where to begin? Well, hey, this video is for you. In this video, I'm gonna share the 7 steps to moving to Texas because, I mean, maybe you have a job offer, maybe you are leaving California, New York, Seattle. I don't know where you're coming from. However, if you're moving to Texas, which is the best state in my biased opinion, then this video is for you. I'm gonna share the 7 steps. Hello, my name is Dana Pollard, and I've lived in Texas since I was 4 years old. Yes, my parents moved here from Minnesota because they wanted to escape a certain lifestyle. So all that being said, if you want to learn more about that, hear my story, you can book a Texas Tuesday Zoom call down below where I share a little bit more about the best areas in Texas, and you can ask me some things. Anyway, that's a side note. All that being said, I am a real estate agent here in Texas. I've been selling houses for more than 12 years now. My team, we specialize both in resale and new homes, and really what we specialize in is helping you narrow down where to live in Texas. So there's a dream home questionnaire link below in the description. So if you are thinking about moving to Texas and need help narrowing down where to live, then fill out the dream home questionnaire and schedule a Zoom call with one of my most amazing agents. They are specialists and can help you. Let's get on with the video. So the first step to making that move to Texas it's one you guys are already doing, and it's evaluate your position. Now, I do get this question, can I buy a home in Texas with my current income? You can, or with your current job, say you're in California moving to Texas, you can, but your employment has to verify that you can work in Texas. You do have to be able to work remotely and get that verified by your employer. If you are self-employed, there are some things that underwriters want to see as well if you are taking out a loan. If you're paying cash, no problem, just pay cash for the home. But if you're taking out a loan, there are some things that you have to get in line, okay? And one of them is your income, and it does have to either be in Texas or verifiable that your employer allows you to work in Texas, okay? Same with self-employment. They are going to kind of check that out. Or maybe you have to secure a new job. It's okay to get a new job in Texas. Just make sure if you're taking out a loan, that it's in the same line of work. It's the same field, the same industry as your current job. So if you are a teacher right where you're at, you're gonna wanna get another teacher job here in Texas. They don't wanna see a complete shift. The underwriters for taking out a loan, the lenders don't wanna see a complete shift in which industry you're in, okay? So stay within the same industry. If you want to change after you close on your home, that's fine. But in the meantime, you want to get a job in the same industry. The second thing about evaluating your position is, do you have a house to sell? You could keep your home as a rental. Now, if you do that, then we're looking at qualifications, debt to income ratio. If you get your house leased out, you can use the rent from a lease agreement to help you qualify for your new home. A lender will go into more details with that, but that's an option, rent your house out. Or do you need to sell it? And if so, then step number 2 is have your home evaluated by a licensed real estate agent, a professional. Guys, when I was writing the script out, I thought I will just have to go on a tangent. Do not hire someone who's inexperienced. Do not hire a newbie because they're your friend or cousin. I know it gets a little touchy, but guys, an inexperienced agent or one who doesn't do a phenomenal job can cost you tens of thousands of dollars, depending on the purchase price of your home. So it's really about emotionally selling a home online. So they must know how to market online. They must have your house staged, professionally photoed. I mean, there's so much to a listing that can cost you thousands of dollars. It's kind of a big deal. So maybe I'll do another video on that later down the road, or if you have questions, let me know. If you need help finding an agent, I may have a good agent in your location. With Keller Williams, we make connections throughout, well, really the whole world really, but definitely within the states. And so if you need a California agent, a Florida agent, New York agent, if I don't have a connection, I will check their work out. Big deal. Thousands of dollars. So for instance, side note, again, maybe you don't care, but when I list a home, like I went through all of the history of all the homes that I've listed, and on average, I make 2.9% higher than the average agent on the sale of someone's home. So what that says is I pay for my own commission, okay? So you can get that agent in your area, okay? And I can help you find that if you need that. Just email me. I actually have a Sell My House questionnaire below. So if you need a good referral, fill out the Sell My House questionnaire below. Hey, if you're looking to sell your house and you're in the Dallas-Fort Worth area, then fill that questionnaire out as well. Okay, that's side note. Okay, I know what I was gonna say with a real estate agent. So what you wanna do is you have a professional real estate agent come out to your home, have them give you, the comps, what they think they could sell it for. Your market's gonna be a little different than mine, how long they think it'll take to sell, and as well as a net sheet. What you want is a good net sheet. A net sheet tells you what, after commissions and closing costs, how much you will net in your pocket, which you will take that number to the lender. Then you can say, hey, maybe you make $100,000. I don't know, maybe you make 2,000. I don't know what that number is. But all that being said, you can take, okay, I want to put $50,000 toward debt, great. I want to put the whole chunk toward a new home, great. Do whatever you want, but at least you have a good solid number of what you're working with. Which leads me to step number 3, okay? Talk with a lender. Take your number of how much money you have to put down on a home and take it to a lender. Have them run your credit. You don't want any kind of weird shockers on your credit report. People can put things on your credit report without you knowing. So go ahead and have your lender pull the credit, let them know how much money you have in the bank, and let them give you a pre-qualification, okay? Even if you're 6 months out, it's still okay because they can help you get a plan together for what you need to put together to qualify for a home in Texas. Okay, they will also share with you how much your monthly payment's gonna be, how much your taxes are gonna be. Now again, with lenders, it's okay to use a California, a New York lender because most programs are on a federal level. I usually recommend a local lender just because I want to make sure that your taxes are calculated appropriately. If you haven't heard yet, the property taxes in Texas are higher than most states. Now we have no state income tax and our cost of living is lower, generally speaking, depending where you're coming from, but let the lender give you your monthly payment, your down payment, and your closing costs, what those numbers are, so you can prepare really well. Okay, so the 4th step is to start shopping online. You've probably already done that, but based on your pre-qualification letter, and that can be hypothetical based on what you think you might make in a new position in Texas. That's okay. But have them give you a number because a lender's number is much better than my number. So do talk with the lender even if you don't have a job secure yet, okay? But then when you have that number, say whatever your pre-qualification amount is, so it could be 300,000, 600,000, 1.5 million, whatever your number is, shop according to that number, okay? And then this is really the point at which you really want to talk with a real estate agent in the local area, because they're going to be able to help you narrow down based on your wants, your needs, a community that might match that, okay? And that's really what our job is. That's our specialty, is helping you narrow down based on what you tell us you want, a great community, okay? So that's where you fill out the Dream Home questionnaire below. It'll give you all the good questions that will help us to know what you're looking for, okay? And the reason is because you may see some beautiful brand new homes for $225,000 in Dallas, Texas, but you may not like the neighborhood. So talk with a local expert. Then step 5 to moving to Texas is you want to make a trip to Texas. If at all possible, if you are not familiar with the area, you can watch all my videos, all the real estate agents videos, but until you're here in person, you're gonna go, oh, this is what I like. And you're gonna get a feeling, oh my gosh, this feels like home. This feels like the community I want. Or maybe you were thinking this city and then you get there and you're like, oh no, that is not what I expected. So if you can make a trip here in Texas during COVID, right now we are in almost October. We are in October. You can come visit. There's no travel restrictions. You can book a hotel. No issues at the airport. You don't have to do anything. Just wear a mask, okay? Restaurants are open. You can freely travel. It's like traffic again because school started and it almost feels like in Texas back to normal, whatever that can be, right? It's as close as it's been this whole time. So book a trip, come visit, and check out the areas. Next week, I'm going to have a video that shares how to plan a trip to Texas and discover the best neighborhoods, discover some different areas to get a feel for where you want to live. That's going to be next week. Don't miss it. Step 6. All right, so once you've narrowed down where you want to live in Texas, it's time to start the job hunt. Now listen, you could have started the job hunt sooner and that's okay too. You could flip-flop those steps. There's no right or wrong here. But to have less pressure, maybe you kind of do some of this research first, okay? But maybe it's all about the job. Maybe you're following a job, that's okay too. But once you get the job offer, it's time to hit the ground running. That's right. Which leads us to step 7. So listen, once you have your job offer, you can take that to your lender and get a pre-qualification letter just based off the offer letter alone. As long as it states your income and the date that you start, then you can get a pre-qualification letter from the lender. Now most it depends on the program, but most lenders do want to see at least one paycheck stub before you close on the home to verify you have started it, your job. Sometimes 2 paycheck stubs, depends on the industry and the lender requirements. Talk with your lender about that. But yes, you can start shopping as soon as you have an offer letter, okay? Now, when you're shopping, once you find a home you want, you secure an offer, it takes right now with COVID about 30 to 45 days to close for a regular loan. If it's a jumbo loan, plan on 30 to 45 days because of the extra requirements for a jumbo loan. If it's a VA loan, maybe even FHA, 30 to 45 days, okay? Because we are having delayed times, okay? So just for now. If it's cash, then you should still be able to close in about 2 weeks because we just have to process the title work. If you want to get an appraisal, you want to give it time for an appraisal as well. So that's it. And hey, that's what we're here to help with. My team is here to help you not only, we'll help you narrow down where to live, as well as walk you through the steps to closing in this transition from out of state into Texas, or maybe you're in a local city. We will help you with those steps. So to get started, click on the Dream Home questionnaire below and schedule your Zoom call with one of my most amazing agents, with who I've hired for their local expertise as well as values. Got it? Got it. All right. Watch my next video coming out next week on how to plan a trip to Texas.